All right. This may end up being a complete disaster. I got several of these iPhones set up right now. Oops. So I got a couple different things. I don't know if this is going to work. I have no idea. But I wanted to try it. And I got some serious echoes going on. But I'm going to try not to talk too much. I don't need this one. All right, I think that's good. That one. All right. It sounds like my wife just walked in right on time, just as I got started. So I'm gonna try to spend an hour doing this. Let me go back to this. Hopefully this will all get better as I go. But anyway, what I have going on here is I'm gonna build something. Okay, it's gonna take me several days. I gotta get rid of that thing. That ain't gonna work. All right, well, hopefully this one works. This is gonna take me quite a while. I want to build something different. I got inspired by this thing. This is a Korg Volca bass. It's from the Volca series. And I have an idea. So, oh, I'm hearing something. All right, I don't know what I'm hearing, but there's all kinds of noises behind me. So, what I want to do is I want to build a contraption for this that's going to take this to a live performance based. Okay, I'm going to build something that is going to change this thing completely. It's actually going to change this thing completely. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, but I have an idea in my mind. And what this is going to be is this is going to be a build series. I may do an hour or more at a time through the Hangout app. But right now I'm at like 95 subscribers. So I don't think I can do chat in there. If you're watching right now and you want to come on and keep me company or say hi or whatever, hit me up on Marco or hit me up through my text or, you know, other various ways to get in touch with people. And I'll get you on here right now. Basically today, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to build a template for what I have in mind, because what I want to build, like I said, I don't know how much of it I want to give away right now, but trust me, it's going to be amazing. Okay. And I'd love to have you follow along. I may just put on a little bit of music in the background. There will be times where I'm not right here, but if I'm going to be more than like 5 or 10 minutes off screen, then I'm just going to shut it down and pick it up another day. But this is more because I want to archive this process. And I don't know exactly how it's going to get to where it needs to be. You know, I'm going to just wing it. I just want to archive this process. I hope to get over 100 subscriptions soon, and then I can get chats done in the videos and whatnot. So, yeah, I may talk a little bit, I may not. This is basically going to be, you know, anybody that wants to see how this ended up today, just fast forward it and check out the end of the video. This is a very select video, okay? This is for people that, you know, if you're into synthesizers, but you're not really into the DIY stuff, then maybe you should just check, you know, every so often and see how I'm doing. If you like this kind of stuff, then hang out and, you know, or get in touch with me and I'll bring you on the Hangout and we can chat while I build. But for most of you guys, this is not your thing. So anyway, I got a bunch of cardboard and I'm going to build a template that I will eventually take to wood. And I am going to have this thing wired up like a massive performance beast, okay? I've seen people that have done stuff with these, but not like what I'm trying to do. So, all right, enough talking. All right, so first thing I need to do is I need to get the height on here. So, I probably don't have all the stuff I need. So I'm probably going to have to run around and grab stuff, and I'll know once I get there. Okay. So this is going to be a lot of trial and error, but I love this kind of stuff. So this is the kind of stuff I want to do. If you're into it, cool. If you're not, catch up with me on a different video. All right, so I'm going to trace this thing because I want it to be exact. And you'll see why later on. And you know what? My audio is probably terrible, okay? I'll watch it back and I'll improve and I'll see what I can fix, what I can make better. But I just want to build stuff. And I had this idea for this thing, and my wife's on board, and my friends are on board. So I want to see it happen. All right. Got one little traced thing. I could probably just copy that, but I don't do anything the easy way, doesn't seem like. Somebody's probably yelling at me right now. You can just do this. You can just do that. Yeah. Not the smartest guy in the world, but I try hard. Never give up, man. Never give up. When I was in the military, I learned that. And it sounds so easy to say. And maybe it's easy to do. But a lot of people don't do it. A lot of people give up real quick. On a lot of things. Okay. I'm going to set these out of the way for now. These are things I'm going to need. But as of right now, I'm good. I'm going to work on that multi-camera setup some more. You know, in a private hangout, I was kind of hoping it would work, but I'm getting all these echoes, and I'm not sure yet how to take care of that. So, all right. I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. So, I should probably use a utility knife. But I feel like this might actually be easier. And I've told a few people about this and what I'm doing. If you're one of those people that I told, please don't spill the beans. Because I'm not sure how I want to reveal what this thing is going to be. All I know is it's going to be awesome. And I thought about just doing this without video, you know? And then I'm like, why? Why not just archive this stuff? One of those guys. And guys, I love my subscribers. I really do. I'd do anything to help somebody out. I was talking to a guy yesterday, and you know who you are. I really like this guy a lot. Yeah, I could be talking about anyone, but this is a new guy. This is a new guy that's been watching my videos and stuff, and he wasn't sure why he subscribed to my channel. I'm nothing special. But I had a real good talk with him yesterday about all kinds of different stuff, musical stuff, you know, and trying to steer him in the right direction with some new gear, and I really appreciate it, you know. I appreciate it. And I know that he does, but, you know, like, I don't advertise my personal life. But it's helping other people that gives you joy. I mean, yeah, it's great to get a new piece of gear. But I'd much rather help somebody else get a piece of gear, to be honest. Or a computer, or help them to achieve their goals. That's all I want to do, man. That's it. I just want to help people. All right, where am I at? Okay, so this guy should be roughly the same size here. Looks like it's a little bit short, but that's okay. And this guy should be over here. Okay. All right, now I need another set. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut out another set. What I'm going to do to make this easier is open this box up. I'm sorry if you're watching this and you're bored. This is not a video for you. What I think I will do, though, is I'm going to put on some music in a little bit. And if I have something to say, I'll say it. But I just kind of want to get into the groove and just see how much of this I can get done. Oh. is warm. Okay. All right. Guess it's not that essential that I save paper, but I can't help it. Now I think a utility knife would be helpful. And getting into stuff that's a little flimsy. That's all right. Now, why am I doing this? Why don't I just build it out of wood first? Well, I do that. You know, why don't I just build this whole thing? You know, why don't I just measure what I need and just build it? I've done that plenty. Everything I have, I built. So what I've learned is that taking my time is okay. Formulating a plan and doing it like this allows me to find, find holes in my plan, and then I don't waste the wood. This is how any great builder builds things. They make a template. You know, like bike builders do this. Sheet metal fabricators do this. They build it out of something and to kind of mock it up. And that's what I'm doing here. Just mocking this one. I also don't want to make mistakes. My friends too, you know, like, you guys don't need to watch this. This ain't your thing. Don't watch this. I appreciate the support. But, you know, check back. It's all good. This is for the rare cat. Like me. Okay. Well, they got uglier as I went. But I don't care about how good it looks at this point. When I get to that point, we'll be using wood. All right. Next thing I need to do is measure this guy. This guy is about a little more than 7.5 inches. I'm going to say 7.6 inches. Okay. So I'm going to give it space. I'm going to give it 9 inches. Okay, so the other thing I need to know. Did I make it wide enough? 4.5. 4.5. Okay, so okay. I guess I'm gonna have to make that just a little bit bigger, and that's okay. Back just a little bit with these. See, if I did this out of wood, I'd already be screwed. This is so much fun for me, though. So, I'll tell a story. How I got my first synthesizer. Man, about, okay, this is before I was married. I live in Maine, okay? I live in the desolate north. I live in Maine. So, before I was married, my wife and I were in a long distance relationship for 8 years. So I drove back and forth to Vermont. It was actually Boston first. And then after 8 years, well, let's see. Okay, so it was about, 4 years in Boston, and then another 4 years. I would say 5 years in Boston, another 4 years or 3 years in Vermont, in Burlington, Vermont. So I had an MPC 1000. My wife actually helped me buy my first piece of gear. And, I was making pretty bad beats with it, to be honest. I didn't have a manual. I didn't have internet. I was really, when I met my wife, I lived in a homeless shelter. She saved me. She literally saved me. I met my wife, I was living in a homeless shelter. For anybody that doesn't know, my wife is a doctor. So she looked past the fact that I was in a homeless shelter and liked me for who I was. So anyway, we were going back and forth. Like I said, I don't remember if I had another point to make about that, but going back and forth and making pretty bad music. And I just decided that, you know what, I'm going to start, doing this iPad stuff and iOS stuff. And so I'm buying all these apps. Somewhere along the way, I was like, man, these apps are cool, but I want to hear the real thing, And so we went on Craigslist and we found a synthesizer in Burlington, Vermont. It was owned by a teacher, and he used to use my synthesizer as a class experiment. Every year he'd have new students in, and he would take it. It's a CZ3000. That's the name of the synthesizer, and I still got it. It's right over there. So he would take it and he would hook it up to his speakers and he would break glass with it. He knew what note it would take in order to break glass. So that's what my synthesizer was used for. And I told the guy that I was interested in buying it. I didn't know anything about the synth at the time. I just wanted a new synth. I wanted a synth. And so he told me, this is what I used it for. And basically, one of the keys, I think it was middle C, was pushed kind of like loose, and the rest of them were fine because he only used one note. I paid $60. He wanted 100, but you know, poor as hell at the time. Craigslist, I beat him down a little bit, and I got a stand, and I got it all for $60. So it worked out real good. And I still have that thing. I had it for a little while, and you know, you kind of realize after you have something for a while what it doesn't do. And I started thinking, you know, I think I want to get something a little bit better. And you know, ended up Christmas came around. My wife, she actually went and researched all kinds of synthesizers, and she found a synthesizer that I really wanted. Like, I had talked about it a lot. It was the Moog Sub Fatty. And I talked about it a lot, and she was like, you know, maybe one day we can afford that thing. And then Christmas came around, and you know what she did, man? She went and bought it for me. And then she wrapped it up. We didn't have a lot of money then. And she wrapped it up, and she blindfolded me, and she videotaped me opening it. And I literally cried because it was the nicest thing anybody had ever done for me. And that was an extravagant gift. You know, that was an extravagant gift. And I still have the video. One thing that did happen that I still cringe over was that I didn't know what it was when I was opening it. So I wasn't careful. And I just tore the box to shreds. And I was so sad about that. I was so sad about that. Because I'm like, I don't know, maybe people do this with like shoes or whatever, but they, you know, sometimes people save boxes, and that's definitely me. So I was heartbroken, and she actually went on the website and got me a new box. And you know, I was always more careful after that with my boxes. You never know when you're opening something up by surprise. It might be a synthesizer, so be careful. And then she encouraged me a few months later to sell the damn thing, and I ended up getting a Voyager. Because the Sub Fatty was cool, but it was kind of, at that point, it was kind of lacking in some of the features that I wanted. So, yeah, it was a hard decision to make. But I feel like if you're not using it, get rid of it, man. Tell that to anybody. If you're not using it, get rid of it. The only reason why I kept it as long as I did is because of the sentimental value that it had. You know, and I fought against it for a long time. Fought my wife for a long time. Not fought, but, you know, I just didn't want to do it. All right, so what I'm doing here is I'm just cutting out some of these pieces that I need. Oops. Okay. No views. Dude, you're boring. all good. I'm building this anyway, whether people are watching or not. And you know what? Maybe you listen to one of my stories, and you identify with me, and you end up being a friend, a subscriber, and a friend. I got tons of stories. Everybody has a ton of stories. Everybody's lived amazing lives. I'd love to hear some stories. What do we got on this guy? Get in touch with me. I've been trying to do this for a long time. I've been trying to build a foundation for a long, long time. Foundation for support. A foundation for success. You know? I believe in that thing that people have said in the past that, you know, you only need one person to believe in you. I feel that's true. So I'm trying to find these people that want to be supported and that want to have support as well. All right, so I just need that 5 inches. This one was supposed to be 9 inches. I made it way bigger than 9 inches. Why did I do that? Because I was talking. So I made it 9 1/4. 9. They're not even the same damn length. Let's fix that. It's right if they're big. They just have to be the same length. I don't do anything unless it's freaking symmetrical. It's that OCD talking. Alright, cool. So those are both 9 inches. Okay. Now I need 6 3/4 by 9. So, oh, my back. Go ahead and make this a straight line. News has a story, huh? Who cares? Okay. See if my Bluetooth's still hooked up. Cool. All right. 6 3/4 by 9. I swear that I didn't start that. It's just a playlist. And these mumble rappers are taking over. 6 3/4. This is just Spotify, guys, so. Just the right size. starting to slap stuff together here pretty quick. All right. So I was saying that I've been trying for a long time to find a way to connect with people and to support people and be supported. So that's what Rat Bags music is about. Rat Bags music is a group of people that have come together, and they basically are the ones that really, and it may be internal, but we're the ones that feel like nobody wanted us. So that's what this is. This is Rat Bags. Okay? Can't really see it on there, but I can see it through this lens. Our website is in the process of being built. My partner's wife, Nikki, is doing a tremendous job. Shouts out to Nikki. And it's happening. This is really exciting things. We're trying to make it so that we can help people. That's what the objective is. So, musically, help artists find artists. We have a lot of things that are in the works right now. A lot of stuff that's happening, and all of it is positive. We don't mess with haters. We don't, if we smell hate in your blood, man, you're not with it. I'm sorry, we don't do drama. We don't do hate, but this stuff is happening. And it feels amazing. Man, this is like therapy. I know nobody's talking back, but it really is. All right, so 10 by 9. Let's see what we got here. That piece is pretty much done. Piece is pretty much useless. So 9. Let's see. So this thing is 19.5 inches plus 9 inches. It's 28.5 plus 9 more inches. It's 27.5. 27.5 by 10? Yeah, 10. But it needs to be bigger than that. I'm gonna go. That creates a problem. I should have made those bigger. Well, gonna have to modify it. Already modifying. Alright. I'm gonna go 14 inches. What did I say? 19.5, 28.5, 37.5 by 14. 37.5 by 14. What did I just do? How many of these do I need? Dang. 1, 2. Oh my god. Okay, that's fine. I think I cut too many of these. That's all good. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright. 37.5 by 14. Well, that wasn't a very clean cut. Oh well. Get this off too. are huge. Uh-oh. I'm pretty much at the max of what I can do with this piece of cardboard. That might have been a mistake to cut so much off of the end, but it was all flimsy. This might not work. I don't know. We'll see. It's just cardboard. Garbage. That's pretty straight. It's really just a rough guide anyway. Man, this thing is going to be huge. Way bigger than I thought. That's cool though. All right. Might use a little tape. I might use some zip ties or both. This thing has to stand on its own somehow. So, and you'll see why. Okay, let's see here. All right. Okay. Now, what do we got here? Roughly same distance. Why is this one so much? Okay, this one got a little bit out of whack. I gotta cut some of this off. Oh wait. Yeah, I gotta cut some of that off. I'm not sure how that happened, but it's bound to happen. Okay. That. I'm going to go ahead and no, I don't want to do that. All right. I have to find a way to keep this standing up without holding it and without it leaning. Okay, I need a space between it. It needs to be space. So I'm going to go ahead, grab some of these. About like that. No, I know I got tape that I've already started somewhere. No. I'm getting caught up in the particulars. I don't need to do that. Just need to get this thing together. Don't let your OCD stop you. Which mine is trying to, wants me to make everything perfect. And this is, I'm not even sure how I'm going to do this. Let's see. Let's try that. I don't know, man. I know what I see in my mind. And my back isn't too happy with me, though. Man, this is almost like manual labor. No disrespect to anybody who really does manual labor. This is nothing like that. Trust me, I was a concrete worker for many years. But luckily now, I just get to make music. This is a small one, right? Okay, now I can see that I can take this off. Probably looks super messy right now, but I know where I'm going. I actually think I can do this flat and then sand it up. Oops. Now that's one thing I hate. Well, starting to see something now. Let's see. I can do this laying down on this thing. Where's the other one? There's one. Now I know for sure that I cut enough. Under it. Did I throw it away? Did it fall? Uh-oh. It's not the end of the world, but what? I don't know what I did. How did I lose one of these? That is so stupid. Oh my God. Yeah, after I get it, we may find it. Oh, what a bonehead. What a bonehead. that was just annoying. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my god, it's right there. Oh, you guys are probably like yelling at me. No, there ain't nobody watching this. What am I kidding? Alright. Alright, that'll work. Yeah, I think it will be easier to just lay it down. Straight. Why are these so much bigger? Hey, honey. You want to help me? You want to help me? I'm live. Can you just grab me a piece of tape right there? Ooh, careful. See those little pieces I've got broke up? Yeah, just one is fine. Here, right across this part. Hi.
Hey.
How was work?
Shitty.
Shitty.
Yeah.
Can you put another piece for me? Here. Thank you kindly. Oh yeah, since you're here, you might as well put another piece on, huh? Mm-hmm. Yep. Man, it's good having another pair of hands. It's a rough idea. Anyway, it's fine. Okay. Anything special you want to tell me that you can tell me?
What do you mean?
Well, live, so obviously.
Where's
Behind you. The iPad.
We're gonna go up an 8.
Okay. I won't be doing this too much longer. About to get to a point where I can stop. I think I want that back further. This. Well, guys, you can kind of see what's happening here anyway. Cut this and retape it because I don't like it. I don't like it where it is. I'll put it back further to match the other side. Yes, about like that. So, I don't know how long this video is. It seems like it's been quite a while. I'm going to go ahead and end it for today. And I'm going to pick up where I left off. Oops. That is too high. Cut that down. Scissors. Take that down too. Well, main thing is that I got it started. That needs to be cut down some more. Sure, if cutting it is going to help it though. It's more like the cardboard is too high. Like, it's like bubbled up or something. I'm just going to tape it like it is. All right. Okay, well. The final look of the day. maybe tomorrow, but I don't even know if this is. Oh, it says it's live. I don't even know. Anyway, all right. So you kind of see where I'm going with this thing. Okay. So it is going to be significantly taller than this. When it's done, it's probably going to be about this tall all the way across. So, yeah, I'm excited. Plenty for one day. If you watched all this, I'm sorry. I'm glad you did, but it will be worth it when I'm all done with it. Definitely. This is just a template. The actual work that goes into the wood and everything else is going to be so much easier than this. This is actually harder. This is the hardest part. So I'm definitely excited. All right, guys.